What am I doing?
What am I doing? You ready?
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Cool, because we started recording like a minute ago.
Okay.
Welcome. This is the Miscellaneous Bullshit Podcast. I'm Sean Lavelle, and that is the artist formerly known as Tanner Clark.
It's a symbol now.
Just
a symbol.
Nothing but a symbol. Here we go. If you like pumpkin pie, then jump off a bridge. They are the worst. Pumpkin pie is the worst.
You like pumpkin pie? Drink and drive. Okay? Drink and drive. My guy over here has plans, okay? What are you doing with your past? Okay? What are you doing with your past?
Man, I mean, it sounds like he kind of has his shit together now, a little maybe. Although he is just hanging out with his buddy, drinking bourbon.
But at least he admits that I was right. He was the worst. Dude, that is the last thing I thought he was going to say right there.
I like it like that. Dance. No, seriously though, from now on, whenever I walk in a room, be like, "What up?"
Bow, bow.
Bow,
Two
bitch.
times. Link up.
Link up 2 times.
Link up.
Bow.
What
What
new name?
What's happening? Bow, bow. I do that,
Jeez.
and that's how I enter the room, man. Everyone knows my gang. Link up gang.
The Link Up Gang.
Yeah, we're really about spreading positivity.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Linking up, having a good time.
Yep, absolutely.
I like it. Okay, so our miscellaneous cocktail once again is vodka Red Bull.
I mean, it's a staple.
I mean,
A staple of the podcast, a staple of the friendship.
yeah. I mean, vodka Red Bulls in Vegas.
Oh, dude.
Vodka Red Bulls in Kentucky.
Vodka Red Bulls at Marinara.
In Marinara.
Anywhere.
All
If it's
all of the places.
Well, right now it's after 8 p.
Yeah.
If we're hanging out late night, vodka Red Bull to keep us up. We're getting old, man. Vodka Red Bull helps.
Kind of how it has to go, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm so lethargic. I need this Red Bull to keep me up.
Why are you trying to use big words?
Oh, it means sleepy,
It means sleepy.
like lazy, tired, sleepy.
So we haven't done this in a while. I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a little bit. It's been I haven't seen you in at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 weeks probably. Yep, 3 weeks.
Pretty much makes you the worst.
Dude, the truth is, man, I've been going through it. Not really, but you know, like we all do in life. I almost died the other day.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, I
or
wasn't
this is
being
like
too
a
serious.
bit.
I almost died the other day.
Okay.
This car almost like ran me off the road.
Okay.
And I don't typically like get like, if something like whoa happens like that to me, I don't typically like need to like calm down or like check my pulse. I can kind of like wipe it. This dude almost like ran me off the road, and I pulled over and like sat there in the middle of the road for a second. I was like, put my 2 fingers up there,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my God, yeah, oh, I'm dying. Like
Yeah.
I thought this man gave me a heart attack. And like he stopped behind me in his car. And like I think he thought I was probably gonna get out and fucking like just go crazy or something, which is not what I want to do. I just needed to calm down for a second.
Right.
And I see him in my rear view, and he's like doing like that, like I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so
Right.
like he saw, because I had to go off the road to avoid this man and come back on the road. But you know, saved my life.
Right.
No thanks to him.
Right.
Saved him an argument with his wife probably. So I'm still here. I'm still kicking, baby.
Dude, at least he did. At least he went that route of like, you could tell I'm so sorry.
Yep.
And like, kudos to you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just letting it go.
Absolutely.
Because I've been on both sides of that. I've been the one who did something stupid and was like, I'm so sorry. And the person was not going for it.
Yeah,
They were still like,
absolutely.
they
all
were like,
worked up.
like their eyes got big, like they saw, and they knew I was trying to apologize, and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah,
and I was
dude.
like,
Couple
like,
birds. I was like,
double
oh,
bird.
man.
Hit me with the double, and I was like, come on, man. Like, I'm sorry. It was an
Yeah,
accident.
it was an
And we're all
accident.
okay.
Yep,
you know?
absolutely. And that's the thing. I was honestly like worked up, but I'm not an asshole, and I'm not like over the top crazy. So like I know that it was a mistake. This guy obviously did not want to drive his 2017 GMC Sierra truck or whatever into my fucking
License plate 197.
Oh yeah, I know who you are. He did not want to like kill me. So I kind of let it go. But yeah, I've definitely seen that, or like I've seen what I'm really happy about. Typically, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the one that makes the mistakes. Okay. In the vehicle,
Well,
in life I am, but in the vehicle,
okay.
typically I'm a pretty decent
driving?
driver. Yeah, and so like sometimes when people do the thing wrong, and you're like, oh, but then they're like, they don't own up to it, and they're just like, what, bitch? Have you ever seen something like that? You know what I mean? Or like they, Or like the people, it typically happens to me at like a red light. Like they're the ones like texting in front of me at a light and then turns green and it's like 5 seconds I wait and then I give them like the friendly like little quick beep.
Right.
But then they're like, fuck you, buddy. And it's like, really? Like it's your...
But you're wrong.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
But you're the one that was wrong.
How else am I supposed to let you know to go? Because you get really mad if I put my head out the window and said, hey, move it, dude.
Yeah.
So it's a lose-lose situation for me. But
I always wish that we had a way of communicating. Like when someone was directly in front of you or behind you, you could like boop and a little like window would pop open. Yep. And you could just have a face-to-face chat with them. Like, look, bitch. Here's what's really going on. I would love that.
I think what we should do is all cars, you know, like how bumper cars are. All cars should just have bumper cars, like all the way around.
Them,
and then but like they're plastic bumpers and they can break. You know what I mean? So people don't use them as we should, like by nudging people. So we should put like a piece of rubber all the way around a car, and I should just be able to nudge this bitch forward. Yeah, if I wanted to.
Rubbin's racing. That's what they say.
Huh?
You catch that?
Huh?
Rubbin's racing.
Oh yeah, that's what this lady said to me the other night.
You don't know that one? You don't know that one?
Rubbin's racing, and then I followed her home. Yeah. I don't know. It was. I think it was a pickup line. I thought. Yeah. I guess she meant something else. I don't know. Ask any racer. Any real racer.
Well,
big night, man.
Big night.
Big night. We haven't done the podcast in a while, but tonight we came together, linked up. It's a little bit later than we usually do a podcast anymore, but we got a couple things that we're doing tonight. Also, we're watching some fights.
Several fights.
Watching several fights.
Fight night.
Fury.
Tyson Fury. Yeah.
Should be a good one. That's what we're really here for.
That's what we're,
Gypsy King. Want to see him do well. Want to see him succeed.
Dude, ever since he did that interview on Rogan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just won all of us over. And then, so we watched that fight, and we've watched all of the fights with all of the people involved since then.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's been a fun ride.
It is fun. Fights are fun to watch with your boys. They're fun. You sit back, watch fights, watch people get beat up.
Yeah.
Say how you could do that shit maybe. Like, oh, yeah, dude, let me tell you about this time in third grade where I put this guy in a chokehold.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. I do enjoy just the camaraderie of watching the fights, period. They're not as fun to watch by yourself.
No, they're
But,
not.
like, we were texting about it last weekend when we watched that fight. That's pretty cool.
That works.
That's fun. Like,
it's definitely not.
Did you see that?
It's not fun to watch by yourself.
No, it's hard to get hyped by yourself, like, or get excited about things. Or if you do, you might feel kind of weird. Like, if anyone saw me right now by myself getting so excited,
what's going on?
Maybe they think weirdly of me.
Right.
So, I try to hold back a little bit when I'm by myself. But tonight, Gypsy King, baby.
Gypsy King.
And then UFC fight before that, Cowboy Cerrone. That's going to be a good one. We're going to enjoy that. And it's going to be a good night for us.
It always is.
Saturday night, baby.
It always is.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think. What have I done? I haven't done a whole lot.
What's been going on?
So my best friend came out from Arizona, and we hung out. We hung out for a few days.
That dry heat.
My wife and the dry heat. Biggest myth ever. We hung out. We saw some movies. Actually,
did you see Once Upon a Time?
Did.
I figured you would have. Like, I mean,
we did.
You see movies. I just thought about it the other day. I forgot that movie was out. Like, I don't know. Like, I told myself when it first, I was like, I'm gonna go see this even by myself on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the other day, I was like, holy shit. I never saw that new Tarantino.
So
I gotta go see it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Excellent.
It's excellent. I mean, it's a weird thing.
What movie is it better than that we like? Any movie. Is it better than How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
It is probably better than that.
Is it?
Although, like, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, that's up there.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I know they're different genres.
Yeah, sure.
But, like, I just need to know what I'm in for, It's better than How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, less than Dazed and Confused? I don't know. What?
It's probably better than Drumline.
Worse than Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Exactly.
The other Nick Cannon classic.
You got it.
Dude, Nick Cannon, he's killing things. I think he actually is. Isn't he in that movie?
In what?
No, it's Brad Pitt.
Easy mistake. Easy mistake to make.
Dude, I get them confused. Like Mariah, Angelina, I get the whole thing, dude.
For sure.
I get them confused.
Yeah, so we saw two movies. So the first movie we saw was Hobbs and Shaw. because why not?
Yeah, why not? Because you
Why
love
not?
all Fast and Furious 39.
Furious.
Let's check it out.
I'm gonna,
Yep.
long time ago I said I will be seeing them until they stop making them, and so
I'm gonna continue down that path.
It served me well so far.
Was anyone from the original cast in it?
Mm-mm.
Vin Diesel's not in it at all.
No, they have beef, dude. The Rock and Vin Diesel.
That's real?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like a real.
I knew Tyrese did. I knew Tyrese was involved in some beef.
Tyrese is funny about it because I don't even. It's not his. It's Vin Diesel.
Diesel's, but Tyrese hopped
And
on
Tyrese is just like, like he's the
Yeah.
guy in the back, like,
Yeah.
what he said, like,
Well, Tyrese might think that he is just as inclined to the franchise as Vin.
sure,
Because Vin wasn't in the second one.
wasn't.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't. And Tyrese kind of saved the whole thing.
Vin Diesel was in the third one, though. A little cameo at the end. Tokyo
True.
Drift. He was like,
True.
"Who am I gonna race now?" And this dude just pulls up in like that fucking Chevelle. And like, I thought we drift, and he's like, "Nah, watch this wheelie." And he pops a wheelie off the block again, dude. I don't know.
I think that's close to the exact line.
I don't know. That's what they say.
But it's funny, and you said it before. The funny thing is, like Tyrese is such a just disposable character.
He's so fucking.
It could be literally.
Ejectocito, cuz.
I mean, like he's important in the second one.
Yeah.
But
after that.
But again, it could be anyone.
Yeah.
But definitely later, it's like, okay, anyone could be doing this. Nick Cannon could be doing this.
He should be doing this. Nick Cannon would need him.
Nick Cannon would slay that role.
At the fucking starting line, dude. He's just in his car and he's got a snare drum on his lap. He doesn't even use a sound system in his car. He is the sound system.
Yeah.
He's just killing it, dude. Fucking Orlando. What's the dude's name? Orlando Jones.
Orlando Jones.
Cheering him on the sideline over there. Menage.
What is it? What is it? Orlando Jones in Drumline. He goes, hit him with Fly to the Bumblebee.
Dude, my favorite line of his in Drumline is he's like, you guys want to play that Dr. Dre, that Snoop Doggy Dogg? Well, all those guys stole from Earth, Wind, and Fire, so play Earth, Wind, and Fire. And they're just like, no, what the fuck are we talking about? And like, yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's what we're playing.
Snoop Doggy
Dogg. And he does it just like that. God damn it, dude.
I love that guy.
Dude, I love that movie. I don't care. I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Dude, why do people, if you do band or if you've done band or anything like that, let me know why you guys don't put the things under your chin like they would go. Why do you put them
on the front of the chin?
It's like on their lip almost. You know what I mean? It's weird. That's not how that's supposed to.
It's unsettling.
Maybe they don't have a budget for like bigger like hats like for the right people. I don't know, dude. It's weird though.
Maybe they just have a chin fetish.
I don't like it.
They like stuff laying on their chin.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
A chin fetish.
I don't like it either.
I just like things laying on my chin, dude. Once again, I knew a girl like that one.
Rubbin's racing.
Dude, so yeah, Nick Cannon, dude, you need to do some more movies. I guess that's all I can get from that.
Yeah.
But Hobbs and Shaw. Tell me about it. Is it entertaining?
Yeah, it's entertaining.
It's entertaining. Jason Statham, The Rock. Who else?
I don't remember her name, but the girl, the main actress, the main female actor, I don't know, however you're supposed to say.
Factress.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love her. She's phenomenal.
You don't know who she is?
No. I don't care. No, I don't know. I don't remember, but she was also in Mission Impossible Fallout. She was also in that. And she's been in a bunch of stuff. She's like a rising star right now.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, she's great. So she's in it, and there's cameos. There's some great cameos.
Oh, really? Like celebrity cameos?
Ryan Reynolds has a phenomenal cameo
as Deadpool.
No, but it's the same Deadpool sarcasm.
Yeah.
He has a great cameo, and then Kevin Hart has a really funny cameo also.
He's not gonna be making those for a while.
I know. Yeah.
Poor guy.
It's rough.
He's hurt.
So, but it was entertaining. I mean, what's his name? Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's in it?
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
I was going to say, I thought he was in it.
I knew there was someone else.
See, here's the thing. I almost said that, but I was like, dude, I think that just sounds like I'm trolling because I don't think he's in it. But I think he's in it.
No, he's in it.
Okay.
Him and Mel Gibson.
I just can't. I just can't wait until they for the next movie. Apparently, it's on Reddit. I don't know if it's real. I'm just hoping. Fingers crossed. I'll be a producer if they need the money.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious versus the Expendables. That should happen. No. That's pretty much the path that they're headed down. They're pretty much expendable at this point.
I don't like that.
They're gonna do. They're just gonna have all of them in the same movie, and they're gonna fight the Expendables.
I don't like it.
And it's gonna come down to Vin Diesel versus Stallone, and they're gonna do some crazy stuff. And The Rock is gonna come in and he's gonna save the day, and he's gonna do some of his wrestling moves like they always do.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I was really disappointed with the Expendables.
Yeah.
Because the idea of it was fantastic. It was like, oh yeah, bring all these old timey action heroes that are like old as fuck, like they haven't been doing anything for a while, and like make it silly, big action. Like that's great. Mm-hmm. They failed.
Dude, have you seen them all?
No.
The third one has Chuck Norris in it.
Yeah.
He makes a Chuck Norris joke.
Oh, that's...
like you remember when Chuck Norris jokes were a thing? And dude, they used to be so funny. Like Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups; he pushes the earth down or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He does. Oh, shit.
He does one though.
He does one, and I'm pretty sure it's like one that's like online, or maybe it came online like after he did it. But it's like, he said like I once got bit by a snake. That it was after like 3 days of excruciating pain, the snake died, or something like that, and it was so funny, dude.
That's great.
So funny. And I don't know. Expendables, like you said, disappointing. But at the end of the day, because since '82, if you were in an action movie, they cast you in the Expendables.
Right.
That's pretty much what's going on.
Right. But I just feel like it was just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it is. No,
absolutely. Because it should have been great.
It should have been great. And it's not even good.
It's not even good.
But it's watchable. Like at least maybe once or twice, just so you can see what's going on and what they're trying to do. Because all those guys I have respect for somewhat, you know what I mean, for the nostalgia, and all the great movies in the past. You got Dolph Lundgren, dude.
Dolph Lundgren for sure.
You got him.
He's big.
You got him. He looks like he should play Guile in Street Fighter. He should. It should never been Jean-Claude Van Damme. It should have been him. He's got the tall blonde hair. Mm-hmm. Him and Rocky is Guile from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a little piece I'm working on too. But yeah, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay.
Is O.J. Simpson in it?
Well, okay. Last thing about Hobbs and Shaw. Go see it. So anyway,
is O.J. in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, no.
Not like him, but is someone playing O.J. Simpson?
No.
Damn it!
I don't know why.
That's a missed opportunity.
I don't think so. Why?
That's a missed opportunity.
Am I missing a joke?
It's a missed opportunity, dude. Well, I mean, he should be in there.
He should just be in there?
Yeah, he should just be there. It's O.J. Simpson. There's people dying. Charles Manson's in it.
Mm-hmm.
They need to put. What they need to do is just put all of these classic Hollywood riddles, murders, mysteries into one. That's what it should have been.
That'd be interesting.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just all these little shorts.
So do you
in
know?
A movie.
Do you know what it actually is?
It's a fiction. It's like a fiction, like a fact fiction type thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like a fictional story in real life events that have happened.
Yeah.
And Brad Pitt is so and so stunt double.
Leonardo DiCaprio stunt double,
which is great. That's great.
So good. So good. Just that opening line, and they showed it. They showed the scene in the trailer, and it was pretty much how you open on those two characters, where they're doing an interview on set for the TV show that they're doing. And Leonardo DiCaprio was explaining what the role of a stunt double is, and blah blah blah. He helps him carry the load, and he explains the whole thing. And then the interviewer looks at Brad Pitt and goes, "Is that how you would describe what you do?" And he goes, "What? Carrying his load?" Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
That pretty much sums it up. Dude, just the idea of them in a movie together is great. I like it. And I love those guys.
It's so good.
They work well together?
I mean, yes, on screen.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I assume that behind the scenes it went well.
They're out slaying ladies all night. What? Of course. What else? He's single again. BP, he's single again.
Yeah.
Leo, it doesn't matter if he's single or not. And I know he's single. He's out there with 50 models. He's like, Brad Pitt, you missed out. You've been in serious relationships your whole career. what is your problem?
I wonder if there's like a multiplier factor. Like Leo gets like 15 supermodels, no problem. Brad Pitt gets 15 supermodels, no problem. But if you put them together,
dude, at 300,
right?
They just start flocking.
There's a times 10 multiplier.
Imagine being somewhere and Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio are there. Imagine at the same time.
Right? Yeah.
That's insane.
It's unreal,
dude. I'm showing my nips, dude. You know what I mean? I'm showing my nips for no reason. Like, what's wrong, dude? Like, it just happened. They're there. Yeah. Look, my shirt. I'm showing nips. I'm showing nips.
Quentin Tarantino essentially said that. Like this is a once in a lifetime thing to be able to get these guys together in this role. The movie made you just love both of them more. Because I like Brad Pitt. He does that, like super young Brad Pitt was kind of like the dreamboat character, you know, blah, blah, blah. But like later Brad Pitt, he has like this sarcastic.
And sometimes he's a little rougher in like some stuff. Yeah.
Like in Moneyball. In that like, you know, like what does he do? No, I'm not paying you $7 million. I'm not paying you $10 million. I'm paying you $5 million. Your old team's pay. Like he does that, like, you know, hand motions, and he's always like, love it. And he does that in this a lot.
Dude, I love Brad Pitt.
A lot. Oh yeah,
I love Brad Pitt.
And Leonardo DiCaprio is so good. He does the
Gilbert Grape Leo.
Close to. Close to. No, it's not the Gilbert Grape. But
Mama.
No. He's not doing that. But he is doing the what is it? Just like neurotic, insecure. You know, because he's an actor out of his prime. Yeah, his character in the movie.
Okay, he's
an actor.
So he's not Leo.
No.
Okay.
No, and they talk about how it was hard for him to play the role because in the movie I'm
so used to being successful. I just don't even know how to not to be.
I mean, like, essentially that's what they were saying because he's not failing. Like he's a name. Like he's a big name.
But he's on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like Clooney right now. Well, like Clooney's still popping, but like he's not getting cast in all these movies.
But he's not like Clooney.
Not that popular?
Because Clooney's married to, what's her name? And Clooney.
Oh, he's like saving kids.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And he has his tequila. Like.
Yeah, Clooney's cool. Clooney could be the most interesting man in the world.
It's not Clooney.
He should do that.
It's not Clooney. It would be, because it's someone that would be like, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example of who would fit the bill. Like almost like Kevin Sorbo, you know, someone like that.
Who?
You don't know who Kevin Sorbo
is? He? What movie are we talking about?
No, he was in. He did Hercules,
the animated Disney movie.
No,
I love that one.
No,
honey, you mean Hercules? That one?
No, the live action one.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I gotcha.
He'd be like that guy, or almost like I don't know, like almost like a Tim Allen, but not a comedian.
Okay,
you know, like like that level, like someone that was successful in TV,
very successful.
But like the thing with George Clooney is like he went megastar at one point
because he did other stuff,
and then now he's doing other stuff, so he doesn't care. Yeah. But someone like someone like that had
Tim Allen,
a household name.
I love Tim Allen
that everybody knew. But he's not really doing anything. He's on the tail end. He's basically doing like guest features on all these different TV shows, and that's what he's doing.
So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is it about TV though? Like, is he a TV actor or is he a movie actor?
He's on a TV show, but it's mostly takes place on TV. But I mean, the movie is sprawling, but that aspect is about TV.
Dude, I'm super interested. I need to go see it. I hear great things from everyone.
Yeah, you need to go see it. I definitely don't want to like give anything away.
What Tarantino movie is it better than?
It's better than The Hateful Eight.
That's easy. Don't even fucking say that one.
Yeah, I know.
Say the other ones.
Oh.
Is it better than Reservoir Dogs? There's no way.
It's better than Reservoir Dogs, but
yeah, it's different though.
But it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not better than Django because nothing's better than Django. So
see, the thing is, like, Reservoir Dogs is very entertaining still, but it's artsy. Like it's more, you appreciate it more for the art behind it. than like Django. It's still beautiful visually, you know, like a ton of stuff, but it's just like a crazy action-packed movie at the same time. It's very entertaining at the same time, and it's like in your face. So this movie's entertaining.
So it is entertaining. There are slow parts for sure. Okay, my friend, Jeremy, that I saw it with, he said once about Hateful Eight, like right when it came out, he went and saw it. And I hadn't seen it yet, and then I saw it, and I agreed with what he said. But what he said was he felt like a lot of the Hateful Eight, honestly, like the majority of the Hateful Eight was like essentially like Quentin Tarantino just like getting off on himself. Like he wrote this story and this script, and he had everything meticulously like, and this is for Samuel L. Jackson because I want to hear I want Samuel L. Jackson to say this to Kurt Russell, and so I'm gonna make a movie where that happens, and of just like dialogue, like just like these long, crazy long things of half an hour monologues and stuff, where it's like, dude, move it along.
Yeah, I got you.
Move it along. This movie has some of that, as well, where it's like, okay, Q, like, where are you taking us with this? Like, where are we going? You just have these two characters like in a field talking for 20 minutes. Like, what are we doing here? It's an exaggeration, but there's a little bit of that. But overall, it's just
spoiler alert.
So
two characters talk to each other in a field for what feels like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's actually not a field, but that's what I'm saying.
Don't watch this.
But that being said,
if you haven't seen that movie,
this movie, whereas Hateful Eight, I feel like didn't have it because it basically just locked everyone up in a room. I mean, it literally locked everyone in a room. This movie is just so beautiful to watch because it's taking place in the 60s. Like the cars and the buildings and like just the sets, like what they did, just the whole thing is cool to watch. It's just fun to watch, and it's like old glamorous Hollywood. Which is one of my favorite things. Like, so it had that going throughout, and the performances were insane.
Okay,
they're so good.
Does Leo win another Oscar?
For this?
No.
Oh no, he's never won an Oscar. What are you talking?
Yeah, he did. Revenant.
Did he actually win? I thought there was the whole thing.
He won for The Revenant.
He did win for that? Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing was he's never won an Oscar. And then he won one for The Revenant, and they were like, he fucking won one for The Revenant?
Right.
Where he gets his throat slit and doesn't talk?
Right, yeah.
He won it, though. He won one.
He just deserved it,
won
so that's the one he won.
Best performance or best male actor?
I don't think he's
something like that.
I don't think he'll win for this. He maybe get nominated, but I don't think he'll win. There's too much other good stuff in the works. But and Margot Robbie, just love.
Oh, she is in it. She's what's her name?
Sharon Tate.
Yeah,
she plays Sharon Tate, and she plays her so well. She just,
I have a crush on her. I think she's beautiful.
You and literally every other human being on the planet.
I don't think anyone else
Male,
thinks she's
female,
beautiful like I do. Okay.
Regardless, everyone loves
dude,
her.
She's everything. Oh my gosh. And her and Leo working together again. Yeah, dude. Wolf of Wall Street. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good stuff. Brad Pitt, best supporting.
I could see that.
Does he kill it?
He kills it.
He's Brad Pitt.
I could see that.
He's Brad Pitt. He almost killed Angelina Jolie in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So I'm sure he killed this role. No doubt about it.
That was terrible.
You know what I've been watching?
Tell me.
We talked about it last time. Maybe not the last time I was here, but when we were here with Kevin. The Boys.
Oh, you watched it?
I finished it. Finished season 1. Have you finished season 1?
Yeah.
What did you think about it? Let's talk a little bit more about it now. I don't care if people watching haven't seen it. Let's discuss this show.
Spoiler alert, we're going to give everything away on The Boys.
Do you like the show?
I love it.
It's fucking sick.
I love it.
It's sick. It's sick. It had me. Okay, so this is how I started watching it.
Almost immediately.
You guys talked to me about it.
Yeah.
Some guys at work had seen it, and they were like talking about it, and it was like all the rage, right? And I'm like,
right.
Okay, well, sounds like it could be up my alley, but at the same time, like, I'm not super interested.
Really?
And yeah, I wasn't.
Because you don't you don't really comic book.
No,
movies.
I mean, like they're okay, but it's not. I'm not like
you're not drawn to them.
No, not by any means. And then one night, I was going to work the next morning, so like I was trying to go to bed a little bit early. It was like 10 or 11, something like that, and I was trying to go to sleep, and I laid down on my bed, and I was like, let me put on a show, and I put on The Boys on Amazon because I saw it on there, and at 3 minutes in, dude's girlfriend just explodes. And
you were
I
hooked.
Set up,
and you were hooked.
And I started watching. Yep, absolutely, dude.
That's same.
Absolutely.
Same.
I was like,
oh! When I sat down with Kevin.
Such a good concept.
I sat down with Kevin, and we started, insane. That happened. I went, "Wah!" And he'd already seen like the first couple episodes, and he was just rewatching it. And I was like, are you kidding me? And yeah, it's a fantastic idea. It's a fantastic idea. And then the way that they just are like talking shit in the club, like,
dude, I feel like it's just so real.
Oh,
I feel like okay, obviously I'm gonna say this and it's gonna sound stupid. It's a show about superheroes. I feel like it's so realistic.
Yeah.
For how that would play out.
Yeah.
If it was a thing. Like, dude, Homelander, which is the show's Superman, who's the strongest person in the whole entire fucking universe, is the biggest douchebag ever.
Oh, he's so
I love him though. I love his character. I love his character. Like, he's the worst, but I'm like, oh, I can't get enough of this dude.
Bad.
Oh, are you gonna save us, right, Homelander? Oh yeah, sweetie, I gotcha. Let's take a picture together real quick. Right. Whatever. All right, let's get out of this plane real quick. We can't save shit. We can't save shit. Well, just fucking catch the plane or something. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. You don't understand how this shit works. Let's go. Let's head out.
I love how he goes, we're in the middle of the air.
Yeah, what am I going to put my feet on, dude?
To push off of.
What am I going to do? Like, you just want to float down there and like, it doesn't make any sense. Show's so good.
It is great.
I'm trying to think. There's a few things that I have issues with in the show.
Okay. Wait. Before we do that,
you
are correct. You said you feel like it's so realistic.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right.
Yeah.
I feel like, just to like take it a step further, this is the type of thing that is happening now.
With like,
only it's not superpowers, it's just super wealth.
Yeah.
Like, dude, shit like that happens.
Absolutely.
Like, if you are one of the people that just happens to have like $100 billion and you got in a drunk driving accident and just plowed over some random girl on the street, like, you're not calling the cops.
No.
Like,
no. It's okay.
You're not calling the cops.
You're okay. You're gonna be okay.
And
you keep moving.
And there's a good chance you're gonna be joking about it at a club later that night.
Yep.
Because you're a super prick.
Yep. Like, I just killed this chick. Blah 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 blah.
Dude, that's like real shit.
Dude, Huey. Oh man, I like him in that show. He does a pretty good job. I think the actor does a pretty good job.
I like
the scene where he sees A-Train again for the first time.
That's
and
great.
He thinks he's gonna recognize him. He's like all nervous, and then he just sees right through him, and he's like, "Who are you?" Like, and he's so mad.
That was so rough.
He's like, "You really don't fucking know me, do you?" That's how little it meant to you what you did.
That was so rough.
Things I have issues with: the Deep, and what's her name, Starfire.
Yeah, real quick before we do it, and we're gonna talk about the issue. Sorry, I cut you off.
No,
twice.
You're fine.
Just in case you don't know what The Boys is, one, watch it, but two, it's a superhero show.
Amazon Prime original
on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime original. The production value on this is way better than most of the Amazon shows.
Way better.
It's really good.
They have to have a budget to do this show.
It's on par with something you would see on HBO or Netflix. It is basically about
general synopsis:
a group of superheroes, and they are douchebags. They're the worst,
and they're like controlled by corporate America. And like,
yeah,
it's what happened. It's what would happen if superheroes were real and money was involved.
Exactly. If yes, exactly,
and profit and everything like that was involved.
So they're douchebags.
They're putting like superheroes out on loan to cities and shit like that.
Exactly.
Like, we'll get them a 3-year contract in Philadelphia to stop the crime for $300 million. Right. It's like, I don't know if I can afford that. We might need to go after so and so. You know,
and they're not. Yeah. Really stopping crime. I mean, kind of, but not really. Most
they
things
commit a lot of crimes.
Yeah, most of the things are set up and staged, and they're photo opportunities, and it's all just
for the gram,
public relations stuff.
It's all for the Instagram.
Exactly. So, and then there is like a group of guys
like
that are
the Justice League.
They are essentially the Justice League. But then there's another group of guys that are trying to expose them for what they are and take them down. The boys.
Billy Butcher, dude. Hey.
He's a monster. Okay, now
we'll get into that.
What are your issues?
My gripes, like, and they're not like with like the production necessarily. Just some things that like I didn't really like.
Okay.
Whenever he first meets Starfire or whatever, and like he takes her back and like he's showing her the spot. and like he like drops his pants, and then like the whole pole smoking thing. Like yeah, like I don't like that. Like when he says, "I'm just talking about a little pole smoking." No one has ever said that. Like no one has ever said that. You might say some more ridiculous stuff, but like or like more aggressive or whatever. But no one has ever said, "Hey, I'm just talking about a little pole smoking."
Dude, I love that line.
God, it was so
because
he's such a douchebag.
He's
funny by the end.
He's
of it, though.
the biggest douchebag.
I like him by the end though. I just like his character by the end because like all the shit that happens to him is just so funny. The savior of Sandusky, hilarious.
That is hilarious. When that scene,
the only thing I hate more that's what it is. That's the only thing I hate more than the smoking pole thing is whenever she fingers his gills, dude.
That was honestly
it makes me cringe.
That might be the most uncomfortable thing I've ever watched.
I hated it. You know it's uncomfortable when you're by yourself and you're uncomfortable. Like it's not even like you're with someone else and like it's just like a weird thing.
I was
you're sitting there and I'm like holding my stomach and I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, they did a good job of making it
because they put a pot of macaroni and cheese on a stove and started stirring it up and got the sound effects right for that. And she's like, and it's like
oh, it was so bad.
So nasty, dude. Oh, I hated it.
I hated that scene.
Let's have a moment in silence for the deep.
Okay, I love how he loses his shit, though.
And he shaves his head. He pulls a Brittany, dude.
He's completely lost
Brittany,
his mind.
bitch. And he's up in Sandusky, dude, like at Cedar Point chilling.
So good.
He's the savior of Sandusky, Ohio.
So funny.
He's like, so, hey, let's get out there and do it. And he's like, there's not fucking crime here, dude. Just fucking sit in this room. Just sit here. Like, we can drink or whatever.
So those are your issues?
Those are my only issues. My only issues. And they're minor. I'm not saying like I don't like the show. Exactly. They are weird issues, but they really bugged me.
I love that show.
I love the show. I like Billy Butcher a lot.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Homelander's kid was born that way? Do you think he's the first born superhero? Or you think they're pumping him with the shit? You didn't even think about it, did you? I think he's the first born superhero since he has Homelander's powers.
Well, we don't know if he has powers.
Yeah, his eyes lit up.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Like whenever, like on that last scene where he's like on the lawn, Billy Butcher's like on the lawn.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad. And you look at his eyes and they light up red.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so you missed that. That's big.
Well, I mean, I just don't remember.
His eyes light up red, so you're like, oh, he's a superhero too. And that's why that's Homelander's power.
So then, yeah, it would be
born that way, right? Which hasn't been discussed. Like, I mean, well, you don't think that people can do that.
I would imagine because no one knew. Because no one knew.
And then do you think that she did that voluntarily? You think like she had like some kind of lustful relationship with Homelander? And then like she got pregnant and then like to save like, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like,
for
but
sure
like she like did it voluntarily though.
Yeah. It looked like he raped her or whatever, but
Butcher's heart's broken.
Didn't. Yeah. That was
oh, he's broken.
That was brutal.
He said, dude, the show kept me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen so many women murder so many men with their thighs. As I've seen on this show, it's crazy.
A lot.
It's crazy. It really made me rethink how I'm going to go about the rest of my life. Because some crazy things happen in that show where, I don't know, men's heads just explode. I really like that support group. The superhero, like the casualty support group, and like they're chilling. And that guy's like, yeah, I was in a relationship with a superhero. I can't say her name, but she had ice powers. And then Billy Butcher's like, Ice Princess. And he's like, we're not saying names. We're not talking about it. And we were in a relationship, and I loved her. I love her still. And we were making love. And she froze into a solid block of ice. And then everyone's like kind of sitting there like, well, okay, so like what does that mean? Like they're not putting it together. He's like, it broke off. It broke off inside of her. It broke off. And then, oh my God. And he was like, oh, dude, that's so funny.
That was so funny.
It's a good show. It's a really good show. I recommend everyone watch this. Because the thing is, it is a superhero show. However, it's not about superheroes fighting each other and shit like that. No, it's just a cool show about the realities.
It's good.
If this were a reality.
It's really, and they're already they're working on season 2. So it's good. I think it'll be around for a bit.
I mean, but it's not like it's not what you expect. It's not like there's superheroes fighting in it, but it's not like what you think. Like you're not going to the movie movies and watching Avengers 5. You know what I mean? That's not what it is at all.
No.
At all. It's a great movie. I mean, it's a great show. Like I said, about like the complexities of if superheroes were real in corporate America with politics and lobbyists and everything like that kind of being involved and a profit being out there on the horizon. So I recommend it to anyone and everyone. I'm glad you guys told me about it.
I'm glad you watched it.
Because I'm waiting on season 2 now.
I'm glad you watched it.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So also while my buddy was out here, we went on essentially what would be described as like a stand-up comedy marathon.
There you go. You watch Paper Tiger?
It wasn't out yet.
Okay.
I did watch it. I did watch it, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's not as good as I was hoping.
Right.
But it's pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good.
Before, I guess we're not going to talk about Paper Tiger too much because I didn't. It's not really worth it.
No.
And I'll let you do your thing. But before we skip through it, the one thing that I really liked, and it's part of the trailer, so I was kind of already expecting it, but it is a funny ass joke because it's literally me to a T. Whenever he's talking about like his relationship and like all the stuff that he thinks he does well, he's like, "I'm a good dad, I'm a good provider. Like I crush that shit." He's like, "I crush that shit, blah blah. Like take out the trash, blah blah. I crush that shit. The only thing that she has on me is who I am as a person." And I was like, I swear to God, like that is literally me to a T. Like I handle all my shit. But I'm me at the end of the day, and I love that line. It was good.
That was great. I mean, while we're talking about Paper Tiger, what I did like about it, what I really liked about it, is he's talking about real shit, and he's doing it in a funny way when he's talking about his anger. But seriously, when he described like his anger and the way it exists in his family and all of that, I was like,
"Are you looking at the mirror?"
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is like
that's what I'm saying. Bill Burr is America.
My life.
Bill Burr is like the average American dad.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. He's a little bit more famous, and he's from Boston or whatever. But he's the average American dad with a funny ass accent. He is a Theo Von-esque person to me, and what I mean by that is, I think he's a funnier human in conversation than he is a stand-up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like his stand-up is good. Theo Von's stand-up is good. However, I find the most enjoyment out of watching him on Rogan, or out of watching him on someone's podcast, because like he has like the little quippy shit. Like if he was in here, he'd throw in a couple lines and just roast the fuck out of you in the funniest way possible.
Right.
He's so good at doing that. So I like him a lot. I was watching because right before Paper Tiger came out, he was on Rogan actually again, and they were like smoking cigars and hanging out. Did you listen to it?
I listened to it.
He has like a funny ass little it's such a fucking basic line, but I literally caught myself belly laughing at it. They were watching that video of like I'm pretty sure it's the animals like fighting. I can't remember exactly what was happening. Something was dying.
Oh yeah.
And like you like heard it or whatever, and it's like, and he goes, "Damn, sounds like me trying to touch my toes in the morning or whatever."
Yeah. It's great.
And I was just like, that's gold. Like I love this guy.
It's great.
It's hilarious. But continue. What stand-ups did you guys watch, man?
Well, I mean, we basically went through the catalog. Most of them I've seen. So all Crystalia, 2 out of 3, Tom Segura.
Oh yeah.
Tom. We watched Jim Gaffigan's new special because he had a new one, and I was kind of.
I'm on the fence about him.
I used to really like him. Honestly, to me today, it doesn't really hold up anymore. We watched it though. But what we did watch, the new one that I hadn't seen, and honestly, the one that we watched that kind of kicked everything off was Dave Chappelle's Sticks and Stones.
Oh, I forgot about it. We haven't talked about it.
Have you watched it?
Yes. I watched it first night.
Bless, it's so good.
It's so good, dude.
It's so good.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, did you see... Okay, so I don't know if this was like a marketing... Like if they did it on purpose or exactly what happened. I don't know. But you saw the first couple reviews about this thing. Yeah. They literally opened it up to 5 reviews.
Yeah, it was 0%.
And it was 0% on Rotten. And they have... The people that have review it are the most left-winged, liberal... fucking media conglomerates out there. Is like fucking like, might as well have been Huffington Post, fucking Vox, you know what I mean? All that kind of shit.
I think it was.
And they were like, trash. And then they opened it up to the public, and the people that watched it were like, gold, best thing ever. So good. Hilarious. And did you watch a dude on Joe Rogan the other day, Zuby? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't. I saw it. I didn't watch it.
You should watch it. That guy, I have tons of respect for. He's like a British dude or whatever, so he's like not in on the U.S. politics, but everyone in the world knows what's going on, in America. And he just talks about how people were so upset about that, and basically like kind of, here's the thing, I like to consider myself a moderate, but the one thing that really bugs me about, there's things that bug me about the right, things that bug me about the left. But the thing that bugs me about the left is like the victim, like in like the, that offends the fuck out of me type shit. And like he was kind of talking about that and how Dave Chappelle,
cancel culture.
That's that. I hate that shit. It's so stupid. Dave Chappelle said, "You clicked on my face." You clicked on my face.
It's unproductive. Dude, when he does that in the beginning, I forget, he does like, whatever story that he does like whatever kind of opening thing.
19, when he does the Prince thing about Anthony Bourdain and about that guy that he knows.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he like starts
talks
with
about killing himself.
Right. But then he goes, and that was fine. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then he goes, I'm going to do, for the first time, I'm going to do some impressions. Oh. And he goes, tell me who this is. And he does it, whatever.
That's you!
Yeah, and he does that whole thing. And he goes,
dude, I really like you right now, but if you do anything in 15 years, I'll be really pissed off about it.
And he goes, who was that? Anyone?
No one knows what the fuck to say.
Someone yelled Trump, like Trump, and he went, that's you! Like, that's you motherfuckers!
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Y'all are the hardest motherfuckers to please or whatever. Oh my god. It was so funny.
And then he just went from there.
He just started going. Oh man. So, and the thing is, like, it's an hour-long special. Realistically, there's tons of jokes, but there's like 5 jokes.
Yeah. And
he just kills them. Like, he makes them long and good, and there's multiple parts. And the whole thing just flowed, like the fluidity of it was great. And the thing, we watch a lot of stand-up. Each of us have watched tons of stand-up, and we're really into it right now. He's one of the best, man. He's one of the best as far as like controlling a crowd and getting the crowd to react to what he's saying and how he wants. It's great. I really like. He didn't get heckled really, except for that he said the thing. He was like, "I'm not for abortion." Or whatever, and that guy was like, the guy in the crowd like said something. He was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm not against it either. It depends on who I'm fucking. Or it depends on who I got pregnant or whatever. Dude, it's so funny.
When he does the
LGBTQ in the car.
That's great.
That's great.
But when he's talking about I think it's around there, but he's talking about the WNBA, and he goes, but like, so if LeBron identifies as a woman, can he go in the NBA and score 800 points a night? Like, is that? And then he goes, but wait, like, if we're actually all equal, there shouldn't even be a WNBA, right?
Yeah.
Like, we should just get rid of the NBA, and if you're good enough, you play in the NBA. Blah, blah, blah. And he does like that whole thing. And he goes, that's one option. And he goes, there's one more option. It's a little controversial. He does it like throw away. He goes, you guys could all shut the fuck up. Like, I died. Actually died.
It's so good.
Just
it's
the way
good.
There's one more idea. A little controversial. Oh man,
he's so good.
He's so good.
And oh man, he's so funny. And like the R. Kelly, like, dude, the whole thing, like every part of it is hilarious. And we can do this all night. I think I am going to hit on a few of my favorite parts though. Like the R. Kelly part where he talks about like what he's saying in the video, and he's like, "This is the best 14." And he's like, "Dude, you need to shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
He's like, "You need to say like this is the best 36-year-old." And he's like, but they know he's lying because there's no such good thing as a 36-year-old. And he like just walks off. Oh, so funny, dude. And then he's like, "If you guys haven't seen this Michael Jackson documentary, I'm begging you, I'm telling you guys, don't watch it.
Yeah,
it's disgusting." Apparently, Michael Jackson likes a nice long gander at the anus. And dude, I was fucking crying. Like, that's another thing. How I watched Dave Chappelle's new stand-up. We talked about it at work that day, and it was like, "Hey, it's out today. Like, it comes out today, or it came out at midnight or whatever."
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm going home. I'm watching that shit. Get home, forget about it.
Right.
It's 11 o'clock. I go to lay down. I get on Netflix and I see it, and I'm like, "Well, fuck."
Oh no. Yeah.
They put it on. I'm probably going to fall asleep. Nope. I'm up like staring at the screen, just invested all the way. And I thought I was going to get offended by stand-up.
Right.
For the first time ever, because the first joke was about my boy. I love Anthony Bourdain.
Oh,
and I was like, he's doing this right now?
Right.
Like, he's going to hurt my feelings?
Right.
And then he like did the thing, and I was like, okay, no, that's fucking
no,
hilarious.
it's just great.
Like he lived the greatest life ever, and he hung himself in a fucking French, like a suite. Like, I was like, oh man, it's so good. And then he transitions. He like sings 1999 or whatever by Prince, and he's like, let me tell you a story about this guy I know. And he like goes into the whole thing. He's like, and I saw him not too long ago working at Foot Locker. It never once occurred to this man to kill himself. I told him I think you might want to try it. I think it might be for you. I think it might be for you, right up your alley.
God,
oh my god,
so
dude. And yeah, and then I get on, or I'm driving to work the next day, and the radio's on. Like I said, I'm listening to the radio, and it's one of the morning shows, and all these fucking people on there are talking about how offensive it is, and how bad it is, and how I used to love Chappelle. I thought Chappelle was great, and now I don't like it. He hasn't changed. You've changed.
True.
You've changed. He has not changed. The first episode of Chappelle's show, crazy.
Clayton Bigsby.
First episode, like, dude, episode 1. He's never changed. You have changed, and what you deem appropriate has changed.
Right.
And that's what pisses me off.
Culture has changed.
For
sure. But yeah, like Chappelle didn't change. None of these guys have changed.
No.
The comedians that are still doing it,
yeah.
like, well, and they always talk about. I can't even think about how many times I've heard it said, but all comedy is offensive to someone. Like that's what they talk about on Rogan. They talk about on all of them. Like all comedy is offensive to someone. That's what makes it comedy.
Yeah, and that's what makes it hilarious.
If it didn't offend anyone, there'd be no reason to laugh.
Absolutely.
Like, and if you literally think about any joke, like.
Yeah,
it's at the expense of
someone,
something, and then it's just like, where is the line for you? But that's that's your choice.
The line for me is pretty much non-existent.
I don't really have one either.
Yeah, I can kind of find the humor in almost anything, especially since stand-up comedians are.
Or
really
I can understand
good at,
like what they're doing or why they're doing it. So.
I don't know.
Or it's, and it's also been said, it's what is the intent behind the words? What were you going to say?
I was like, did I get offended? I was going to say, like, did I get offended whenever he's like talking about like the school shooter thing? And like the white guy's like, no, like, because it's fucking hilarious. And he's like talking about like, yeah, my kid said they're doing like this drill. And I'm like, do you know like the shooter's in the back of the class taking notes? Oh, like where we're going to meet up at, guys? Okay. All right, cool. I'll be there and shit like that, dude. It's so fucking funny. And,
great.
all the all the G's and the L's can agree on is that the B's are fucking disgusting. They want both ways. They're like, well, that shit. And he's like, and all they can agree on is that the T's, like, they're kind of just making things take a little bit too long, and like all that shit. Oh man, so fucking funny, dude. And Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest to ever do it, man. And I hope he never stops. The only thing that's going to stop him is himself. And like if he gets bored with it, or he just gets sick of it again.
The thing,
but the money's going to keep coming.
The thing that's a trip to me, I would say, because I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest.
You're not the biggest Chappelle fan, no.
I'm not. I liked Chappelle's show ish. I liked some of it. I liked some of it. I didn't. His stand up overall, I've not been the biggest fan of. His special that he did last year, like that 2-part special. It was like, okay. Like, I didn't love it. Chris Rock was always my boy. But what's been interesting is, like, Chappelle seems to be getting better, in my opinion. Like, this special that he just did, in my opinion, is the best thing.
I think it's my favorite.
I think it's the best thing he's ever done. Whereas, like, Chris Rock or Bill Burr, for that matter, it's like
Tambourine's way worse than his old shit.
For sure.
Yeah. Paper Tiger's worse than the old shit. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Like the guys that have a bunch of, or Jim Gaffigan for that matter, his old special Beyond the Pale or whatever from 2001 or 2004, whenever that was great. 20 years later, 15 years, however long later,
dude,
and 8 specials later, like it just doesn't really hold up.
I am very interested to see what Eddie Murphy's bringing next year. Because you've heard about all
that.
I'm
real curious, yeah.
I mean, dude, if history says anything, he's gonna kill it, obviously. But like, it's been 30 years since he's done a stand-up special.
I heard he did an interview once where he said
he wasn't gonna do it again.
Well,
because he's like he made it.
Yeah,
yeah. Where he's like talking. I've seen that too. I think we
said,
probably even talked about it.
And he said like he took it as an insult.
Yeah,
when
like
someone
stand
asked,
up. He's like that's like working the circuit.
Right. He's like that's the thing you do to get the thing, but I got the thing.
Yeah,
I don't. Why would I ever do that?
I'm Dr. Doolittle, bitch. Yeah, I talk to animals now. What the fuck you talking about?
But I think it was just different. Back then, like
now, stand-up's well fucking respected again. Like it's like, oh, you're a stand-up comedian,
and you get paid.
Yeah, you're the funniest guy, and Netflix is giving you $60 million for 2 specials or whatever to Chappelle.
Right?
You know how much Eddie Murphy's gonna make? Is he doing Netflix?
I think so.
Netflix is gonna give this man $50 million for the special, like something crazy, man. He's Eddie Murphy.
I hope he does it right.
He needs to come out in the red jumpsuit with all the zippers, dude. He just needs to go all the way throwback. Just
that'd be insane.
High top fade and everything.
That would be insane.
Comes back out.
I hope he does it right. I hope that he does.
He needs to do the Charlie Murphy. He needs to do some.
The big thing I hope is that he like puts the work in. Like hits the clubs.
Like he's taking it very serious, and he's practicing and everything.
Because from everyone says like you have
to hit the clubs, man. You have to get the pulse of the people and like see what they're feeling about these jokes and everything like that.
What I really hope, because what I've wanted to hear since the fucking moment that the shit with Bill Cosby went down, of Bill Cosby being a creep. Truthfully, one of the first things that popped into my head was because if you watch the old Eddie Murphys,
because he talks about Bill Cosby. Yes,
he does a long bit in Delirious, or no, Delirious was first, Raw was second. There's a long bit in Raw, about Bill Cosby and how about Bill Cosby calling him up and talking to him about cussing in his show, and how he needs to clean it up, and it's a hilarious bit, because Eddie Murphy's the shit, and he's doing a Bill Cosby impression, which is hilarious, and it ends with have a Coke and a smile, shut the fuck up, and he hung up the phone. Like that's how it ended. I want to hear him bring that shit up. I want to hear him bring it up again,
because it's gonna play out something to the effect of like, well, I didn't take his advice and it worked for me, but he should have taken his own fucking advice and cleaned it up and not dropped some roofies in some bitches' drinks and hit him with that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It has the potential to be great if he goes there, and I hope that he goes there.
Here's the thing, man. I'm a hype beast. I like to hype things up. Like I get excited for things. I really do, and it doesn't do me any favors. Like it's all bad for me because you set yourself up for failure with these high expectations. I'm not gonna stop here. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah. I hope he is putting in the work. Regardless, if he's like working the circuit and doing the clubs and stuff, I think he did work on the material. There's no way he's going to come out of a 30-year hiatus and just have bullshit. You know what I mean? Right. I just hope that
just wing this.
Between having material, like that you can do that in your house. The material, but like your delivery and everything like that, that's what you need to practice for.
Exactly.
So hopefully he does that, like you said, so his delivery comes off great and he just knows what to expect and he can play off the crowd because he's done the jokes and he's like, they're going to laugh here and I'm going to say this and it's going to get that much more out of them. I'm hoping it's great. I think it's going to be great. I have nothing but high expectations for Eddie Murphy's new stand-up.
Yeah.
So,
show enough. Anything else you're looking forward to?
Dude, Breaking Bad movie, kind of.
Ish.
The reason I'm not is because Walt's only going to be in it for flashbacks because obviously he's dead, or whatever. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Jesse Pinkman, but I love Breaking Bad's like one of my favorite shows ever. Top 3. I think it is a top 3 best show ever. And I think it's probably a top 5, top 10 favorite show for me. But the character development of Walt is, second to none. Literally second to none. I don't think anyone's ever developed better over a TV show.
No, and Bryan Cranston's just so good.
He's great, and that's why I'm saying that's why it's bittersweet because I want him to be in this movie, and he will be as a flashback character, which kind of sucks. But I'm looking forward to that, kind of.
Okay,
so there you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of like on the fence about that.
And all the Disney Plus shit, of course.
I'm excited about
because we haven't really talked about that too often. Like, I don't even think we've done that yet. We haven't talked about it yet. Like you saw all the Star Wars shit that's coming out. Gus Fring, Giancarlo Esposito is going to be in that like Mandalorian or whatever, like the show about the Star Wars show. I'm excited for that too. I'm excited for Disney Plus.
Disney Plus,
yep,
should be cool.
Lizzie McGuire.
I'm on.
Dude, Hilary Duff is beautiful still.
I'm excited about Apple Plus.
I saw that. Yeah, dude.
Okay. I don't know. The whole thing might bust, truthfully. However, that the morning show with Steve Carell.
I didn't see that.
Dude, he's
gonna do a morning show?
It's no. The name of the show is
The Morning Show.
The Morning Show.
Okay, gotcha.
It is about. It's a dramedy with Jennifer Aniston.
It's a workplace dramedy too, then, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. It's
Office Part 2, baby.
Nah, it's gonna be darker though. It's Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and Steve Carell.
Gotcha.
And if I understand correctly, Steve Carell is fired for like sexual misconduct. And
with Jennifer Aniston, of course.
And they're doing a morning show. So
yeah. Okay.
Like,
and it's Apple produced, exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a half-hour thing.
What's Apple charging, like $300 a month for this?
$499.
$499? That's pretty cheap.
It's free for a year if you buy a new iPhone.
So you're buying the iPhone 11
It's
Plus.
already done.
Did you buy the Plus?
It's not even called the Plus.
What's
anymore.
it called?
Pro.
iPhone 11 Pro. You bought that with the 3 cameras?
Pro Max.
I bought the iPhone 11 Pro Max Plus 7.9. Fucking X3
Yeah, bro.
squared.
It'll be here next Friday.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing with yours? You have to send it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the trade-in
program.
I don't know. I figured I would do it because I signed up for it. I signed up for it with the iPhone 10. So I did the 10, and then the next year I did the 10s Max, and that's what I have now. So I'll do the 11.
I'm gonna break your
Pro.
cameras one at a time.
Dude,
that thing.
It looks like it's gonna be sick. We'll see if it actually is, but it looks like it's gonna be sick.
Have you seen all the memes with like the crazy amounts of cameras on the backs of these phones and shit?
No.
Like people were like new iPhone, and like this one had like it looked like a bunch of eyes on the back of this fucking phone. There's like 3,000 cameras on it.
Right.
And it's like that's what they're heading for.
It's pretty fun.
I'm interested. It looks pretty cool. I think.
Well,
cool.
just because I mean, you can literally zoom on your camera now, but it's not digital zoom. It's optical zoom. Like that's not a. It has an ultra wide lens, like the lens that we use here.
So we can just shoot.
It has that built in.
We don't even need that shit anymore. We'll sell it back. Let's get our return on investment on that.
So that's it. I'm ready to wrap it up. Let's watch
do
this
it, man.
fight,
We got some fight to do. Good time, dude. We talked to movie heavy, TV heavy. Cool.
I mean, that's what
we do. It's cool.
That's what we care about the most.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So. This has been fun. If you have a chance to subscribe in Apple Podcasts,
easy, do it.
We'd love it. Or leave us a review, good or bad. We're good either way.
If you guys can donate to my GoFundMe, that'd be cool too.
That doesn't exist. You can also follow us on Twitter at Podcast Bullshit and on Instagram at MBPod. And you can email us at yo@mbpod.com. That's yo at mbpod.com.
Easy peasy. Thank you guys.
Easy
Thank you guys.
peasy.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna get up out of here and go upstairs and check out the fights.
That's what we're gonna
Gypsy
do.
King in round 1. I'm hoping.
In round 1?
In round 1.
That'd be boring.
He's gotta come out.
I hope he's gonna. He did do the thing. What did he do last time? Where he put his hands behind his back, right?
Oh, dude.
He did that.